Hey guys, and welcome to the last part of our combat beta run through of all the abilities, and we're going to be looking at all the defense ones today, which are actually really cool and probably some of the best abilities we've seen so far. And I really do believe they've made these good just so that people will train their defense to a certain extent. I mean, the highest defense ability is currently 81, but I could imagine they'll probably add in a few more higher level ones near 99, maybe later on. I've also noticed that the comments section of these videos has kind of turned into a bit of a war zone with people who like the update and arguing with people who don't like the update. I mean, the fact is that this update is going to come whether you like it or not, so I've been making these videos just so we can understand the abilities a little better and know what they look like and kind of what they do, and maybe some examples of how they could be used. Just like with the other sets of abilities, Defense has 12 abilities in total, 6 of which are basic. 3 are Threshold that you can use when your adrenaline bar is 50% full, and 3 are Ultimate, which can be used when your adrenaline bar is 100% full. I'm going to start off with all the basic abilities, and this is Anticipation. It requires level 3 defense and has a cooldown of 15 seconds. This one will simply just reduce all damage taken by 10% for 10 seconds. Bash is a really simple ability you can use when you're wielding a shield. It requires level 8 defense and has a cooldown of 15 seconds. Abilities like Bash, which just stun your opponents, are really good for setting up other abilities, because when your opponent's stunned they obviously can't eat or move. One thing I did notice about the stunning abilities is that when you stun somebody you don't actually know they're stunned. When Mod Crystal and Mod Hunter brought out the beta videos, they had a sort of a little spinning icon around them so you sort of knew when your opponent was stunned. Now we just have to assume our opponent's stunned when we use these sort of attacks. I'm not actually sure if it's a glitch or not where we don't get this stunned animation anymore. If your target's immune to stun at the time, they will instead receive 300% weapon damage. Provoke is actually a bit of a weird basic ability. It says taunt your target, forcing them to focus their attacks on you. And from the way it's worded, it actually sounds like it's some weird PJ ability that you can just use on somebody, and they'll, if they have auto attack on, they'll just turn around and attack you. But it's not that way at all, it's just really weirdly worded. What it actually does is reduces the person's weapon damage by 50% for 6 seconds when they attack anybody else but you. But at the same time it also reduces your damage by 50% when you attack any other player. So I guess this would be a really handy ability, you know, if your friend was just about to die. I mean, you could potentially save him. I mean, you're reducing the damage on him by 50%. Freedom is a really handy basic ability that just allows you to break free of any snares and gain immunity to any further snares for 6 seconds. And additionally, it clears damage over time effects. Resonance is actually a really cool ability as well. It requires 48 defense, and you'll also need to be wielding a shield. This will simply make the next attack you receive heal you instead of harm you. And I was having a little bit of fun with this effect. I was waiting for my opponent to get his adrenaline bar full, and then I'd use it, so when they'd use a very powerful, high-hitting ultimate ability, I just use it to my advantage and let it heal me. Preparation is the last basic ability, and it works hand in hand with the previous one, Resonance. Preparation also requires you to be wielding a shield, and what it does is makes each attack reduce the remaining cooldown of Resonance by 3 seconds, and this will last for 10 seconds. Now, because Resonance has quite a high cooldown period of a basic ability, it's got 30 seconds to cooldown, and Preparation is only 5 seconds to cooldown. You can continually using this one. If you're getting piled, it means you can quickly get that cooldown back, and you can start using Resonance again and let some attacks heal you, so it's really useful, especially if you're against more than one opponent. So on to the Threshold abilities. This one is Revenge. It requires 15 defense and has a cooldown of 20 seconds. You'll also need to be wielding a shield to use this ability. When you use this, every attack you receive will increase your damage dealt by 10%, and this will stack all the way up to 100%, and this will last for 10 seconds. And that doesn't include just attacks from your target, this is attacks from anybody, so if you're getting piled, it'll build up your 100% stack even quicker. Reflect is another useful ability when you're using a shield. It requires 34 defense and has a cooldown of 15 seconds. This one will reflect 50% of damage you receive back at your opponent, and it will last for 10 seconds. Again, I had a little bit of fun with this one, and I tried reflecting back the Unload special, which is the best ultimate ability on the ranged ability set. So this will definitely be an ability I'll have in my action bar. I mean, if I was in a 1v1 fight and I saw their adrenaline bar was coming up to being full, you know there's an ultimate ability going to be coming at you, so you can use this to reflect 50% of that damage back at them. Debilitate requires 55 defense and has a cooldown of 30 seconds. This one will deal 100% weapon damage and then reduce any damage they deal to you by 50% for 10 seconds. Immortality is an absolutely epic ultimate ability that requires 29 defense and has a cooldown of 60 seconds. This ability will not only reduce all damage received for 30 seconds by 25%, but you will also be brought back to life if you die. It's also worth noting that if you die, you will lose that 30-second effect of all damage being reduced by 25%. Rejuvenate requires 52 defense and has a cooldown of 60 seconds. This one will simply swap your adrenaline bar and in exchange restore your life points and any stats that are currently drained. The effects on this ability don't happen instantly, they sort of happen over time. And on to the last ultimate ability called Barricade, probably one of the most useful abilities. It requires 81 defense and has a cooldown of also 60 seconds. You'll pretty much become invincible for 10 seconds and you won't receive any damage in that time at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't really plan on playing much on the beta at all. I really want to just focus on playing on my character sort of in the real game, so I'm not wasting XP. And then hopefully when the beta comes out, maybe there'll be some changes and I could make a few more videos then on the beta. Well, I guess it won't really be called a beta then, it'll just be like normal RuneScape. But you guys know what I mean.